Have you ever wondered who the very first architect in history actually was? Most ancient wonders are anonymous, but we actually have a name for the genius behind the first great stone monument. His name was Imhotep, and he lived around 2600 years before the Common Era. Serving the Egyptian Pharaoh Djoser, he did something absolutely revolutionary for his time. Before him, most buildings were made of mud, bricks or wood, but Imhotep pioneered the stone-dressed building method. He designed the iconic step pyramid at Saqqara, which still stands today as a testament to his vision. It was the first time humanity built something on such a massive scale, using stone, and it completely changed the course of construction history. Imhotep wasn't just a guy who drew blueprints. He was a true polymath, serving as a high priest and the chief official to the pharaoh. He was so respected for his intelligence and his architectural breakthroughs that he became one of the very few commoners in ancient Egyptian history to be deified. He was literally worshipped as a god of medicine and architecture for centuries after his death. His work on the Pyramid of Djoser wasn't just about height, it was about proving that stone could be shaped and stacked to create eternal monuments. He set the gold standard for every builder who followed, proving that an architect could be both a visionary artist and a master engineer. Fast forward a couple of thousand years to the 5th century BCE, and we find two more names that changed the world. Echinus and Callicrates were the Greek masterminds behind the Parthenon in Athens. While Imhotep focused on the raw power of stone, these two perfected the art of proportion and optical illusions. They designed the Parthenon so precisely that it appears perfectly straight to the human eye, even though many of its lines are actually slightly curved to account for perspective. Their work represented the peak of classical architecture and defined the visual language of democracy and power that we still see in government buildings all over the world today. As we move into the 1st century BCE, we meet Vitruvius, who was a famous Roman architect and engineer. He is famous not just for what he built, but for what he wrote. His massive work, called De Architectura, became the ultimate handbook for architects for over 1500 years. Vitruvius was the one who insisted that every building must have three essential qualities, which are strength, utility, and beauty. He believed that an architect needed to understand everything from music to medicine to philosophy to do their job well. Without his writings, much of the ancient knowledge about engineering and urban planning might have been lost to time during the Middle Ages. It actually took quite a long time for the word architect to become a formal title in the way we use it today. In the English language, that milestone belongs to a man named John Shute in 1563. He was one of the first individuals to formally refer to himself as an architect in writing, helping to bridge the gap between the medieval master builders and the professional designers of the modern era. From Imhotep's first stone blocks to the complex skyscrapers of today, the journey of the architect has always been about turning impossible dreams into solid reality. Thanks for watching this look back at the pioneers of design, and if you enjoyed this history of building, make sure to follow and subscribe for more.